everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. You turn my morning into dancing. 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 'Cause your love changes everything. Your love changes everything. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. 'Cause your love changes everything. Your love changes everything. Oh, there's something about your love. Something about your love changes everything in my body. Oh, something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. It changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. It changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. You turn my morning into dancing. 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 Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything.
Good morning, Rooted Men. Happy and blessed Thursday morning. Pastor Tom, Firmly Rooted Church. Great to have all of you. We're looking at 2 Corinthians chapter 9. Paul continues to talk about this important task of receiving the offerings and gifts to bring back to Jerusalem to help a church that is suffering and needs that support. Let's say hi to a few people. Bert Reggiani, good morning. Steve Drew, good morning. Ken Gooch, good morning, fellow brothers in arms. Chris Connolly, good morning. Let me pull up the reading. There we go. The cheerful giver. That I guess is a title that could be just pondered for a little bit. Are we living a life of gratitude so that when we give, it's absolutely a positive thing and not one of those negative I have to things? Paul says the point is this: whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. We talked about this in our executive board meeting yesterday, the idea as to whether we're open-handed or closed-handed, right? Do I understand that everything that I have has come from him? So I don't own anything. I don't control anything. I'm not in charge of anything. I'm a steward of what he gave me. And hence, I ought to be open-handed, using my gifts and talents openly, bountifully. And the more that I do that, the more that he'll bless. And the more that I do that, the more that he'll bless, because he's a good steward himself. Close-handed, well, nothing else can go in because nothing's coming out. Each one must give as he has decided in his what? Heart. Not mind. Not I have to. He's talking about a heart that compels us because of God's mercy and grace. He says we don't give reluctantly. We don't give under compulsion. Again, I have to. You don't have to do anything. And by the way, if you give, it doesn't matter how much you give. If it's out of compulsion, he's not blessed. God always wants to know our why. And he does know our why, and he wants to know whether we know it. God loves a cheerful giver, a gracious giver, the kind that doesn't know left hand, right hand. It just pours out. It's not calculated. It just is. And God is able to make all grace abound to you, so that having all sufficiency in all things at all times, you may abound in every good work. The idea is when the heart's in the right place, not just stewardship, but everything starts to align itself. As it is written, he has distributed freely, he has given to the poor, his righteousness endures forever. He who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food will supply and multiply your seed for sowing and increase the harvest of your righteousness. Don't forget who's the provider. He is. We're the stewards of what he gave us. Verse 11, you will be enriched in every way, to be generous in every way, which through us will produce thanksgiving to God. For the ministry of this service is not only supplying the needs of the saints, but it is also overflowing in many thanksgivings to God, supplying needs for the saints. The church that started this whole thing, the Jerusalem church, is under heavy persecution. And now those who are being converted out there, even Gentiles, are freely giving to support the church, who loved them enough to send Paul and Titus and Timothy out to do the work of the ministry. By their approval of this service, they will glorify God because of your submission that comes from your confession of the gospel of Christ and the generosity of your contribution for them. and for all others. While they long for you and pray for you because of the surpassing grace of God upon you, thanks be to God for his inexpressible gift. Thanks be to God for his inexpressible gift. The gift of his son. Everything's a gift, isn't it? I mean, I've said this in sermons and Bible studies, like, we didn't choose to wake up today. God gave us the gifts and talents that we have. He could call us home tomorrow. We're not in control of anything, but he is in control of all things, and he's a good, good father, pouring down his blessings upon his children. We acknowledge those blessings. We acknowledge that pouring down. We acknowledge his extravagant love and his giving. And we thank him. And we live a life of gratitude, giving from what we have to support those who have not, so that they might come to know Christ, experience his richness, his lavish love, and his giving, and then someday turn around and give to another. It's a cycle that we all need to be living in. All right, I will leave it at that. Blessings on your day. Make it a firmly rooted day, and may someone see Jesus in us today. Peace.